When I came back from Vegas, you know what I'm saying, it was after my father had passed, and you know, it was such a traumatic experience and sudden experience. I was out of the game, man. Like, my motivation was gone. I didn't, you know what I'm saying, I just really couldn't even really think. So when I got back in the city, I was back for a while, but nobody really knew. So he hit me up,
he hit me up
like, man, let's work. You know, we go to the studio, and it was like the first time I had been in the studio forever, and we, you know, we chopped it up, we chilled, and it just felt good to get back on the track.
Nice.
So then we ended up doing the Bash show, and he kind of brought me out as a special guest because nobody in the city knew I was here.
Fucking shook the shit up, like, hey, wait, when the fuck?
That's pretty much what it was.
Basically, grab that crying kid, shook the shit out of him. Then you show him M-Status perform on stage, and the kid's okay after that.
I think it had a little bit to do with the fact. So yeah, his pops passed away. Man, that dude, rest his soul, man. One of the coolest guys I ever met. So I go to the studio, you know what I'm saying, on the way out he'd be like, how'd it go? You know, I'd be like, it went cool. He's like, you know, his pops taught him most of them tricks, right?
You told me that. You did tell me that.
Dude,
you did tell me
that. And I think when so he got back home, I mean, imagine that your dad passes away, you're like, you shut down. You're like, I don't want to do anything.
I think anybody who goes through that experience would shut down.
Having your dad that puts you onto the music, as soon as you put your hands on the keys, you're thinking of your pops. You're thinking of your dad.
You're just hearing them like, hey, puto, you're either gonna fucking dry up the keyboard, or you're not going to know.
So he went back. He went. You know, he definitely. He said, I convinced him, like, man, come out. It was when Bash, Paula, and Frankie J that came.
Nice.
So he came back, you know what I'm
Capitol
saying?
Theater, my man. Capitol Theater.
Exactly.
Well, check this out, man. I'm glad that whatever happened, because you two definitely make a great combination. You know, one thing you said something earlier that really struck a nerve with me is when you're working with somebody who you've never really worked with, you just kind of in the vibe, and you know, sometimes it's really hard to get on the same page, on the same vibe, on the same, just like I could imagine Chokies, because I've been there too when I've done stuff here with, you know, people I never thought I'd make music with, and you run in and you're like, man, we're on our 5th hook, you know what I mean? Like, we're just on a roll here. What's going on? The chemistry's right. I mean, I wouldn't, honestly, at this point, I don't see another dynamic duo doing what you guys are doing out of Yakima, right? So just so you know, so you're here first. I've always said you guys have a good chemistry, man. Keep working hard on that, because I know earlier we discussed, and we're discussing how you could have easily just said, you know what, fuck this shit. I'm in the gutter, man. But it's crazy how something like that can pull you out the gutter. You know what I mean?
By that same token, like, he was going through that. I'm going through a phase where, you know what I'm saying, the Stone Kings, I owe them fucking everything I have, everything I am. You know what I'm saying? My boy Ras put me under his wing. My boy Duke, Rebel, Bedoya. That whole movement, like, brought me alive. You know what I'm saying?
Taught you a lot.
Taught me everything I know. So at that point, when I started fucking with Status, because what happened was that I wanted to venture into my own solo career. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, I wanted to do a whole song by myself, you know what I mean? So then by the same token, man, when I started messing with this guy, he took my sound to a whole nother level.
Nice.
And refreshed my mind and my material, and was like, man, you know what?
He really gave you that imagination and creativity level you wanted to be at. He helped you boost that, just like you helped him get the fuck back up. And
I think at some point or another, everybody fucking hits like this wall. Like, I've been doing it for a long time. You know, I really haven't accomplished shit. I mean, you start thinking to yourself, and like, where do I go from here? And you know, that was good that you took the initiative to say, you know what? We can do something. You know what I'm saying? You had came from another situation. You had your situation. You were at this fucking point. You're like, you know what? Fuck it, let's do something together. Now you are here right now with accomplished.
And you know what the crazy thing is, it just unfolded on its own. Y'all motherfuckers didn't even plan it the fuck out, which makes it even better. You know what I'm saying?
Supposed to be.
Exactly. Exactly,
that's
man.
Fucking, that's dope right there.
Check this out. Block Certified Radio, StudioLeague.com.
Bringing you the behind the scenes shit of why shit goes down and why you see what it is.
We can see this shit right now.